Ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha. The other day I released a video discussing Earth 2, a game that is currently not a game, and in that I very much related it to a Ponzi scheme, but that singular allegation, as well as some additional information, was not fully covered within that video, and that is because, well, as with most everything else on the Earth 2 website, nothing is explained all that well. In addition, in true Dirty Devs fashion, the cries of defamation are being shouted from the mountaintops. Within the comments section of my own video, I had no less than 3 different individuals claim that the Earth 2 developers could sue me specifically for defamation for the content of my video. So I would like to explain something very quickly for the armchair lawyers out there in regards to this situation. The first being that truth is an absolute defense against claims of defamation. The second is that as I was covering a topic of a video game using the loosest possible definition for Earth 2 and the potential dangers it would present to gamers and others who would be looking to cash in on this Mapbox-driven Google Earth clone Ponzi scheme is news-related in nature, and as such this would make the Earth 2 project and its developers at minimum an involuntary public figure, which carries with it enhanced requirements to prove defamation. Strictly speaking, they would need to be able to prove that I knowingly lied within my video, and as I take great care to never lie or mislead my viewers, and relied on the information available from their own website and offered up a critique and conjecture based on that information, that is not a lie. And with a voluntary or involuntary public figure, good luck. If they would like to sue me, I would relish the opportunity to utilize that lawsuit for discovery to be able to determine additional information regarding the company. However, unlike with my video where people were merely claiming defamation in the comments, BigfryTV and KiraTV have had a very different experience regarding their videos. Yesterday, BigfryTV posted to his Twitter account that he had received a defamation complaint on his video, A Scam Bigger Than Dreamworld, introducing Earth 2, and showing that that video had been blocked from being viewed in Australia, which, when viewing the Earth 2 website, they do list their addresses for both in Australia and UK offices, which, after doing some quick Google searching, do appear to have Earth 2 as listed occupants. So there is a very high potential that this defamation complaint originated from the Earth 2 developers themselves. A few short minutes later, KiraTV received a similar defamation complaint originating in Australia for his video Earth 2 Paying a Stranger for the Virtual Planet, the worst scam game ever. Now, of course, defamation laws are very different when it comes to Australia, Canada, and the US. And with international law, and specifically the Berne Convention, the offense is supposed to be viewed upon utilizing the laws of the country in which the alleged offense occurs. However, YouTube's policy has always been to simply accept the allegation and block that video from being viewed within the country or region for the complaint. Along with that, speaking from experience, YouTube will never divulge to the content creator the specific area of the video in which the alleged offense occurred, nor will they ever divulge the identity of the claimant without a court subpoena, denying the content creator from being able to truly face the allegation of defamation or to face their accuser. And once a defamation complaint is filed, it is exceptionally difficult. In my case, it took over 3 months the last time to have a defamation block removed, and even then, I was made aware that YouTube had silently reinstated it, never once notifying me of a refiling of the complaint. So there's that. But let's move along to the Ponzi scheme. In yesterday's video, BigfryTV provided additional information within that video, and I'll of course link the video in the pinned comment down below as it is well worth giving it a watch, regarding the tile tiers and how this relates to a Ponzi scheme. First, let's define what a Ponzi scheme is so we're all on the same page. Per Investopedia, a Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent investment scam which generates returns for earlier investors with money taken from later investors. This is similar to a pyramid scheme in that both are based on using new investors' funds to pay the earlier backers. Within BigfryTV's video, he showed that he had purchased a random tile within the Afghani desert and flew the Canadian flag. With his purchase, he received a title deed showing that his title was listed as Land Class 2. And apparently there are 6 land class levels, obviously 1 through 6, with land class 1 being the most desirable and providing the most benefit. Within their website, they state in regards to their referral system periodic bonuses, land bonuses are in-game credits that you can receive based on you playing the game and owning land and how many new players are joining a country in which you own land. Just by playing and owning land in Earth 2, you can receive these in-game credits as a reward for being an early adopter and helping Earth 2's community to grow. Be proud of your Earth 2 country and help it grow. Editing Sid here. I forgot to interject at this point that the quote-unquote in-game credits are a direct 1-to-1 ratio with US dollar, meaning one in-game Earth 2 credit equals $1 US. There are only a limited number of Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3 titles available in each country, with better rewards for players holding a higher class of land. All classes will have the same ability to be developed with buildings and help grow Earth 2. Which, remember what we read in the terms of the definition of a Ponzi scheme. A Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent investment scam which generates returns for earlier investors with money taken from later investors. So what this means is that the early adopters are earning portions of income based on the purchases made by newer investors. And as there are a limited number of Class 1, 2, and Class 3 tiles, being an early investor is the only way for a person to earn that passive income. Conversely, purchasing Class 1, 2, or 3 titles from an early investor, likely at exorbitant amounts of money, would be the only way for newer investors to be able to begin earning this passive income. Which is also why Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes often are looked upon as being very similar, and to some, those terms are often interchangeable. Per a screenshot within BigfryTV's video, this passive income and their income rates are the only difference between the different classes, and although this is as yet unconfirmed, there are only 100,000 Class 1 tiles within a country. After those are obtained, then there will be 100,000 Class 2 tiles, and so on and so on. And what this does is create a direct and unavoidable correlation that the earliest of adopters will benefit the most and will generate the greatest returns. However, the amount of those returns greatly depends on how many downstream, lower tier class tiles are purchased by others in that country. Now, remember how I railed on the Earth 2 website and their sketchy as hell requirements for a great deal of personal information that they require you to provide in order to pull money out of the site? Well, they apparently decided to go full tilt, and while I did not receive an email from the team, likely because I've never placed money into the Earth 2 site, BigfryTV did receive an email from the Earth 2 team that their cure for this is to institute their very own Earth 2 credit cards. Now, in that email, they state, "We've been working around the clock behind the scenes to resolve this, and we're now very proud to launch the Earth 2 Virtual MasterCard." What is it? A virtual Earth 2 MasterCard that enables you to withdraw funds from your Earth 2 account directly onto the card. Where can I use it? You can use the card on any e-commerce platform that accepts MasterCard anywhere in the world. They continue, "This is a big step in the right direction and another part of our Earth 2 story. It also shows the links we are prepared to go to in order to support our users and create a faster, safer withdrawal system." The Earth 2 Virtual MasterCard is only the first step. We will soon be offering a physical Earth 2 MasterCard, which can be used as a normal MasterCard anywhere, including ATMs. Which, that seems to be the typical go-to for this company. Tout everything they do as some sort of cool new feature, where in reality what they're doing is maintaining as tight a possible control of any money that comes into their system as humanly possible. It would be, as stated in the previous video, quite easy to integrate PayPal, which would provide protection to both the player and the company, but that seems like something they're simply unwilling to do, which should be a massive red flag. Speaking of red flags, there are a few major ones in terms of the company staff itself. Now, I won't run through all of them as I don't want to spoil too much of BigfryTV's video, but I will point out two specific examples. The first is Nathaniel Dolderson, the lead developer, where in the Earth 2 website it states, "Nathaniel is one of the most successful publishers on the Unity Asset Store. He is an extremely talented game developer, which is evident in his co-founding role with Drone. He is working miracles on the foundation of the Earth 2 virtual metaverse." The second is Farron Galvin, the lead technical artist whose Earth 2 bio reads as, "Creating virtual worlds in all kinds of editors since he just turned 7, Farron needed 2 days at the age of 12 from starting with 3D Studio Max to finish his first Star Wars ship model. Before attending university, he already was a household name on TurboSquid, ending up with 400 models for sale there and an encompassing knowledge of the creation and technical background of graphic production. One of his works, the largest model of Earth available to this date. Nathaniel talked him into joining the Drone project, and from there, the next logical step was to try and build an even bigger model of Mother Earth, Earth 2. Now, Nathaniel Dolderson and Farron Galvin both worked on the game Drone, an early access title that released onto Steam on August 1st, 2020. It received very positive feedback for the game initially. However, the latest update for the game was 8 months ago on October 14th, 2020, with its 0.3 update. It is worth noting that the first Earth 2 Inception video was released October 26, 2020, a mere 12 days after the last drone update. However, now, both the lead game developer and the lead technical artist and co-founder of 5 Studios Interactive, the developers of Drone, are working on Earth 2, leaving behind an early access title that has been ignored for 8 months. These are the people that are expected to head up the gameplay development for Earth 2, with their biggest and really only claim to fame being a bunch of assets, and now apparently an abandoned early access title in some flowery language on the Earth 2 website. So, as stated in my previous video, Earth 2 is a Ponzi scheme and is best avoided at all costs. It is a scam designed specifically to take advantage of players, even though there is nothing to actually play, and is merely a scheme to introduce a non-game as a game to gamers in order to bilk them for money with the promises of easy wealth. After all, the video games industry is larger than the movie industry and American sports combined, so it's no small surprise that sooner or later, instead of asset flippers on Steam, we see seemingly competent scammers moving into the gaming space. Because that's where the money's at. And because I didn't say it in my previous video, welcome to the Dirty Devs, Earth 2. I hope you enjoy your stay. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and I'll see you next time.